Hey everybody, Eddie J on crypto. Hope you're having a great day. We have a lot to discuss today. So we've got Russia, Canada, Ethereum, Coinbase cracking. That's not a great situation, perhaps. Elon Musk dropping some news. We've got Salesforce jumping in, maybe? Don't know yet. And then we have Intel. Yeesh. Let's dive in. You already know how I feel about Russia. Starting trouble. No need to be starting trouble, but they're starting trouble anyway. They think they've planned for it. They've got a stockpile of gold. They've got a stockpile of US dollars. I think about over $600 billion in US dollars. Good, except it's going to be hard to get it out of the country, right? So with everything that he's doing, it's not having a good effect inside the country. So remember what I said the other day? You know, do something with your right hand so nobody's paying attention to what your left hand is doing or not doing. So right now, Russia's economy is not doing all that great, right? With everything that Putin's doing, trying to invade Ukraine and all that good stuff, he's actually having a hard time at home. So the economy is not bad. And today, the Russian stock index took a 13.2% or 13.21% dive. That's not in addition, but it's a part of a 4-month, 35% dive that's going on in Russia, in the Russia stock index right now. So imagine what else is going to happen. So as much as Putin's prepared financially to do something, I'm wondering if he's prepared and his close circle are prepared, but not the actual Russian people. That could be a major problem for him as he goes forward. But stock index dropping, all that good stuff. I do have one little ancillary question though. So he's been trying to make really good friends with China and all that good stuff. That's great. What's China's reaction to all of this? Because where this is headed is not any place good. And you figure something where Russia is actually declaring war is not a good situation because he's got friends, Putin's got friends, but how far does he want to take this is the question. He's already asking for, countries to be kicked out of United Nations or NATO or something like that. He's looking for people to go back to the old ways of the USSR and all that good stuff. And I don't know how that's gonna bode well for anyone. So I don't know. So we'll see. Anyway, so that's not great news, and that's having a macro effect again. Macro effect on cryptocurrencies, macro effect around the globe. So until that stabilizes, you can expect everything to just continue to go haywire, right? You're slowly seeing Bitcoin drop. You're slowly seeing cryptocurrencies drop. You're slowly seeing, energy prices soaring, not slowly, but soaring in Europe. But there are ramifications to this. If you can't, get in on the dollar, you can't get in on the U.S. pound, on the UK pound, you've got major problems. So I think Russia's playing the wrong chess game, is what I think. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, again, I'm truly praying that there is no bloodshed. That's really what I want. No bloodshed. So hopefully there's a diplomatic solution to this. Anyway, that's one macro event. Then something crazy in Canada that we kind of wrote off, right? So Canada, because of those anti-vax protests, implemented the Emergencies Act. And a part of the Emergencies Act was upgraded to include cryptocurrencies. That's why they were able to shut down about 30 crypto wallets in a heartbeat. Because what it means is that Canadian financial institutions do not have to have a court order to do so. It means that literally they can be asked, hey, can you shut that wallet down? And boom, wallet gets shut down. Now, here's something that is not looking good. Canada is actually thinking about implementing this forever, just keeping it in place. Yeah, that's pretty much the same reaction I had. Like, what? So now you've got a bunch of Canadians that are pulling their money out of financial institutions. Why? Because they feel that they cannot trust them. So where are they escaping to? Most likely crypto, but most likely crypto away from centralized exchanges. That is a very big deal. So that's something I want to pay attention to in Canada because That seems like a very, very heavy-handed move by Canada if they were to leave that in place. I can understand if you have a national emergency, but something like that, to be able to just shut down somebody's account, what happens if you make a mistake? No due process, nothing. So that seems kind of strange, but we'll see how that plays out, because some countries, like I said before, some countries are really going after crypto, and some countries are being a little soft-handed. For Canada to be doing this, I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, wow, what else would be something that they would do? Because something like that leads to a slippery slope, right? Anyway, we'll have to pay attention to that. Now you have Ethereum getting ready to launch, or getting ready to merge into the beacon chain, and that would transform Ethereum from being proof of ownership to proof of stake, thusly decreasing the amount of energy that's necessary, to handle handle Ethereum. Good thing. Bad thing is, a big portion of that chain, 78,000 of the validators on that chain, are held by Coinbase and Kraken. So that would mean, and they're also using Prismatic Labs to manage those 79,000 validators. So that makes you stop and say, well, isn't that kind of like centralization? That's pretty close. That means a portion of that protocol could be centralized. That also means that there's a single point of entry, which means that piece would be susceptible to ongoing attacks. So people are kind of up in arms over that. So that's not looking good. I don't know how that's going to play out, like, at all. I just know that that's not a good thing. And what it does is it leaves the door open to other layer ones to start making moves and gaining mind share and gaining presence in the space. Because Ethereum is great, and there's a lot going on with Ethereum, but Solana, Avalanche, a whole bunch of others also have great protocols, great chains that are doing things. So something to think about. Now, in the news, and I wanted to get to this real bad because it's actually big news. So a while ago, Elon Musk said, hey, you'll be able to buy Tesla merch using Doge. Well, now he's outdone himself. He said that but in the future, you will be able to use the Tesla charging stations and pay for it with Doge. Great announcement, except making that announcement now doesn't have any impact. So maybe it's a good thing, but also it's not happening right now. He said it's in the future. So how far away in the future? I didn't look to see how far away in the future that is, but I would think it's going to be relatively soon, right? As in this year, because people are going to get in their cars, going to want to travel, going to need travel stations. Boom, there you go. Now, when I think about that, it's kind of like you make an announcement about what's going to happen in the future, so that when you do it in the future, that's when it'll actually pop, right? Because now people can actually do it. So that's what I'm going to be prepared for. You have something that's front running what's going to happen in the future, and then that future part actually makes the news and actually has positive impact. So that's going to be very interesting to watch that play out. Something else that I'm wondering about is, will you be able to use Doge to purchase a Tesla vehicle? Now, supposedly, I reported this, a while back. Supposedly, the code is already there to allow it on the website. I didn't break that news. Somebody else did. But they demonstrated that, hey, the code is there. So that'll be interesting if that happens in the future as well. Something else, Salesforce.com is interested in getting into NFTs. Great move, great announcement. But as soon as they made that announcement, several hundred employees penned an open letter to the executive saying, not so fast. Why? Environmental issues and huge fraud issues. So you've also seen, as hot as the NFT space is, it's kind of quieted down, about 30% quieted down, right? It's still hot, but down about 30%. But when you look at that, it's kind of like, well, why are you going to get into NFTs? They're thinking about maybe there's an NFT cloud that they can create or something else like that. Now I'm sitting back and I'm looking at that whole NFT space and I'm saying, wow, could there be oversaturation there? Or maybe it's time to start thinking about how non-art NFTs can be leveraged, can be used. So when we launch our NFTs, it's going to be, you get that NFT, but you also are going to wind up getting something tangible in your hand in addition to, actually, it's going to be, you're going to get something tangible in your hand, and the art NFT is just going to be a part of that package. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Just watch how that plays out for Salesforce. Salesforce hasn't had too much news, so maybe that's why they're doing this. Like, kind of like, well, we don't have anything in the space, in the crypto space or the metaverse world or whatever. So is there something we can do? I can think of a few better ideas for them. Hey, Salesforce, why don't you give me a buzz? I got some ideas for you. So that's not a big deal for me. Something that is a big deal for me is Bitmain's best processor is crazy fast. Does a lot of hashtags. I mean, I'm hashing right up front, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, wow, that's freaking awesome. Intel says, we're going to come out with a new chip. It's great. It's great. Well, the first version of their new chip is slower, has a slower hash rate, and it sucks up more energy. Not a good look. What? You shouldn't have come out with that chip if it wasn't going to be what you said it was going to be. So that's a major step back. Just how many, bad starts does Intel have to have? They're already getting hammered by Intel and Nvidia. Just, where are you guys? Start thinking. That shouldn't have been your first chip. You should have said that was our alpha chip. That was our beta chip. That shouldn't have been the chip that was released. It's first gen chip, and it doesn't do what you said it was going to do. Be faster, be more efficient. It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near. Bitmain's, like I said, Bitmain's fastest chip is faster with the hash rate and also consumes less energy. Come on, guys. Let's I don't know. Let's figure this out. Let's get there. I mean, you want to be in the space, you want to be a big dog again. You're not a big dog now. You're gonna have to make smarter moves to get out there. Anyway, let's get to the numbers. No, their numbers are not good. They're not good at all. But we'll get to the numbers so you can see them. I'm not expecting anything great right now. And the reason why, well, look at this. 25%. Basically, it's 25%. So great amount of fear. So I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, still a great time to buy. I said yesterday that when markets started opening up, that's when we're probably going to see another dip. So I'm still waiting. I want to see the US markets open up. Yes, I'm looking at the Asian markets to see what's going on there. But then I want to see what the US markets are doing and see, with all the traders come back on and larger volumes happening, how much of a dip can it take? Because right now, where cryptocurrencies are not doing good. You've got Bitcoin at 37, so it's below even the 38 resistance. So Ethereum's down, so it makes you stop and go, well, how much further down can they go? And this is what you're thinking about. Solana down at 85. Remember yesterday was, what was it? Yesterday, the day before, was at 91. And I said, wow, that's a great price for Solana. But looking at 85 and you're like, wow, 85, that's even better. Exactly. So I'm waiting for the dust to settle before I really start contemplating when I want to jump back in. Again, 37, 26 for Ethereum. XRP down to 73 cents. So again, it was, less than a week ago, it was 10 cents higher. So now you're looking at, major drops for these coins. 7 days, look at that, 8.93% drop for XRP. And then I'm looking at Cardano, which is strongly underneath $1. You're looking at it across the board. It's at a loss. It's all red. All red. That's not great. But what I am looking at is Cardano's got a lot of stuff going on. So for me, that's a juicy looking sales price, right? It basically is 89 cents. So at 89 cents, I'm really thinking about, man, I should go get some more. I should really go get some more Cardano, because I'm expecting Cardano, when things start picking up, I'm expecting Cardano to actually shoot up. Like I'm expecting it to actually blow past $1. I'm expecting this to blow past $1.25. That's really what I'm expecting. But we'll see. We have to see what the market's going to do tomorrow. I already mentioned Solana down at $85. That's a crazy steal. Avalanche, wow, $73. That really is a steal. Doge, with that news, is still at 13 cents. Again, I don't know if Doge is going to actually recover back to the 20 to 30 cent range that it was at just a couple of months ago. I don't know. And I'm doubtful about it, because what kind of utility do you have? Okay, so let's suppose Tesla goes all in and everything's there. Great, that's only a Tesla. Not everybody can afford a freaking Tesla. I'm waiting for people to actually start saying, oh, well, I can accept Doge over here in this little bodega on the corner. I can do it. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for acceptance like that, because Doge to me has almost no utility, no real utility. Micro transactions. One of the guys on my team, his brother and him trade Doge back and forth for like beer money. It's cute, but they do it as a joke. They really do. I mean, they used to live down the hall from each other. It really is just a joke for them, the same way the coin is a meme and is a joke. Not that I hate Doge. Sorry, Doge Nation. I'm just still not seeing strong utility, and I'm not seeing strong buy-in. I'm hearing talk about other coins long before I hear about Doge. So this is what I'm thinking about. I'm seeing SHIB. I think SHIB can still make moves. They've got utility. They're doing things, actually are a real coin. It's just that now, great, you become a real coin. That's great. That's juicy. It's awesome. What are you going to do? You've got SHIBverse. You've got, a few things going on. That's really nice. But we need to grow usage of that space before we can actually say, yeah, you got really strong utility. I think it has really strong potential. I'm still waiting to see that they have really strong buy-in, really strong utility. Crypto.com, this is really crazy. It's at 39 cents, 39.5, right? Yesterday was at 40. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at that and I'm going, wow, that's a really good sale price. But I'm also noticing that it's trying really hard not to dip too far down. If it does, like if it hits 30 cents, there's no doubt I'm going to get in. At 30 cents, I'm going to be all about it. Not even playing with that one. Chainlink at $13.90. Yes, that's on the list for me to look at to try to get into. Definitely, get into. I haven't bought anything in Chainlink yet, but I'm strongly thinking about it now because I can see Chainlink growing. I can see Chainlink, if they were to partner with you, I could see Chainlink partnering with a Salesforce. I can see Chainlink partnering with the real company Oracle. Those would be interesting deals, and I think that would make them pop. That would make them go far, as well as it would make those companies get deeper into crypto and actually have a positive impact. So that's something for me to think. That's something for them to think about. But again, Salesforce, Oracle, you want to give me a buzz? I have some really great ideas for you, so we can talk about that. Just as a side note, there are a lot of whales out there that are snatching up Mana, Gala, and just quietly getting deeper and deeper into metaverse coins. I find that to be interesting because that says that Sandbox, Decentraland, Pavia even, the gaming platform, Gala, which also leads to possibilities for gaming platform UFO games. Those things are going to pop this year as the metaverse truly grows and decentralization really starts to take off. So those are things that I'm really looking at. And yes, I'm holding Gala, thinking about getting more. I'm holding UFO games, thinking about getting more. I have to take a look. I didn't stop at Matic, which is something I actually want to get into. $1.44, killing me at my current holding. But I'm kind of like, man, that looks delicious, actually, to me, at $1.44 for something that's such connective tissue to everything that's metaverse. Like I said, I'm waiting to see what happens tomorrow when all of the markets are open, and then I'm going to see what happens in the marketplace, and I'm probably going to get in because that's too much of a good price. That's way too much of a good price. It's too delicious not to want to do something. But yeah, everybody's right across the board. I am paying strict attention to the 1 hour, 24 hour, 7-day, 30-day, 90-day, 1 year numbers, because I want to see what the track record is and what the history is for those coins going down. Something else that I'm starting to pay attention to is the Forex play, meaning this coin versus this coin, who's dropped more, who's going up more, and how I might be able to parlay, use one coin to get in on another coin so I can make actually more money. So that's something to think about. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. please do me a favor. I'd really appreciate it. Hit the likes, subscribe, and don't forget to get notifications, because I'm trying to do this as often as possible. I'm trying not to do, repeat information, so that it can help you understand what my journey is, and help teach my kids and my family just how crypto works and how my brain works when I'm looking at the space. Anyway, hope you have a great one. Bye-bye.